have my wine and I have my cigarette.
What about your enchilada?
That comes in later.
Oh, yeah. After he got it on.
Where's the salsa?
Yeah.
Okay, Jackson. Enchiladas with salsa.
He's gonna grade this.
Okay.
Do stand up.
I'm sitting wistfully out here. Area. Mexican restaurant. I sit at my table, waiting, hungry, thirsty. Where are my enchiladas? The waiter comes. I ask, hey, I ordered those enchiladas like 5 minutes ago. Like, are those ready yet? Somebody came in here 2 minutes ago and asked for a taco, and they already have their food. They already left. Where's my enchiladas? And they look at me and they say, oh, sorry, we didn't get your order. Later that night, I go home. Stomach empty. No enchiladas. I go to the freezer. No enchiladas. But I have some like old frozen spaghetti from like a party from like 2 weeks ago. So I take that. It's like really like hard and frozen. And you know, like I remember like my mom says like, oh, just leave it out and like it'll defrost. And I was like, no, screw that. I want that spaghetti now. So I put it in the microwave for 2 minutes and I eat some of it off the top. And then I get to the cold part and I try to eat the cold part. And my teeth hurt and I cry myself to bed. I wake up and my face is dry from my tears. I go take a shower, I'm all out of shampoo. I come out and I'm like, nobody will notice. I go to work, somebody says, man, your hair looks pretty crap. And I'm just like, oh crap, my dandruff. I decide to go to the fridge. I open it up. There's several paper bags with people's names on them and one with no name. So I think like, oh man, maybe somebody put this in there for anybody to eat. And I open it up and I'm like, hey, look, we got some enchiladas. And I take a bite. And then Steve comes in and Steve's like, dude, that's my enchilada. Dude, I made that like 5 minutes ago. Dude, that's mine. And I'm like, well, why didn't you write your name down on it? And he's just like, I had to go talk to Amy because I had to get my reports copied for the new conference. And I go, no, I'm just hungry. Just want my enchiladas, man. I haven't eaten in 5 days. And he's like, I don't care about that. I mean, you make like a decent salary. Why don't you just buy something other than enchiladas? And I'm just like, all I have is frozen spaghetti from like 5 years ago. Well, it's falling apart, Steve. And then Steve leaves. And I'm left there. I get fired later that week. I haven't done any work in a very long time. I'm gonna get a new cigarette. Do we have a lighter?
I got you.
Alright, cool. You wanna go get some Mexican food?
Yeah, man, I'll be right back.
Alright, cool. He's not coming back. They never come back.
I got your enchiladas.
Is that it?
He ran all the way.
Where'd he go? Where did you go?
It's come to my attention that this is just pens and highlighters.
I had too much wine tonight.
You don't know me!
He's not done yet! He's not done!
I'm done. This is just joking.
Clap, 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 clap.
You can't stop the story until you get your salsa!
Everybody in drama is mad at me for stopping. So
Narrating.
I'd rather watch
it's,
this.
I now realize I've never even had enchiladas and I don't actually know what they're made of. Or if they're any good. So I go down to Taco Bell.
Ooh.
And I'm like, hey, you guys have any enchiladas? And they're just like, no. And I'm like really? Not even any, like, you know, deep fried enchiladas? And they're just like, no, man, what are you coming here for, authentic Mexican food? And I was like, no. I came here for anything. I'm so freaking hungry. So I ordered 10 Doritos Locos Tacos. It's like three of the ranch ones, and 3 of the nacho cheese ones, and 4 of the hot ones. And I walk out and I'm like, yes, finally this food. And then a homeless guy comes up and he's like, hey man, you got any food? And I'm just like, yeah, I got a taco. And I give him 1. And then I notice the sign that says, don't feed the homeless. And then all the homeless swarm out and they take the tacos. And I'm left there crying on the floor, surrounded by a bunch of wrappers and those weird plastic things they put the tacos in. Like that weird, like, plastic cardboard where it's, like, really glossy. Why don't they just put it in a wrapper? At least I have my soda. Ah, damn it, it's diet! And there's too much ice! I asked for no ice! I hope that smoking gives me lung cancer and I don't have to do this anymore. I go home and the spaghetti got moldy.
After a year?
There's ants everywhere, and I'm just like, ah, geez, what's with all these ants? And so I walk out of the cardboard box that I live in, that has a fridge and spaghetti. It's pretty nice, 2-story cardboard box. Of course, it used to have a fridge in it, which is why it's so big. And then I realized, why would they put a fridge in a cardboard box? Like, what, are you just going to ship a whole fridge? That sounds kind of inconvenient. What if you ship it and it's like to an apartment building? Do you have to carry the fridge all the way up the stairs to the person's house? Then I robbed an old lady.
Now it's getting dark.
Now I'm in jail. My cellmate asked me what I'm in for, and I'm just like, I just wanted my enchiladas, dude. And he's just like, what? And I'm just like, I don't know. I thought it would be like funny if I said that, and he's just like, no, it wasn't. Then he beats me up. And somebody says, hey, someone posted your bail. And I'm like, oh, cool. And I go outside, and it's my dad, and I'm just like, hey. And he's just like, hey. And I'm like, you want to buy me some food? And he's just like, I just spent like $20 bailing you out. $20? You robbed an old person's home. Like, you didn't do any harm, but they just gave you the money. They thought you were a bank. I'm just like, okay. And he's like, all right, bye. And I was like, man, I thought I would have to order this joke. And he's just like, nah, that's it. That's the bit. And then I decided to go out for a walk, and there's a girl with a stupid name who got hit by a car, and they're hiding the body. And I'm like, hey, I'll help you guys if you buy me some food.
Specifically enchiladas.
They're like, okay. So I throw the body in, and they're all like crying and stuff, and I'm just like, so when do I get my food? And they're like, who are you? And I'm just like, I don't know. I think it starts with a J. And they're like, okay, man, here's $20. And they put it in my pocket and they pat me and they go buy yourself something nice. And so I bought some crack. And well, I didn't buy it. The first one's always free, but I came back. You filming this?
Like 5 people filming.
No.
So you bought some crack.
Continue.
With the leftover.
Back towards the Doritos Locos Tacos and less about drugs and.
So then I went to the $3 theater, and I went and saw Captain America: Civil War. and there was a little girl wearing a Team Captain America shirt, and I yelled at her. Then I left, and I ate some popcorn off the floor. And then the usher came over, and I was like, wait, there's no ushers in California theaters. And she was just like, yeah. I'm actually just an enthusiast. And she beat me up with a flashlight. And then I went into a theater and I watched what I thought was an old black and white movie. I was actually just in the bathroom, looking at the mirror, and I realized that I had gone colorblind and deaf. And I was like, man, that's a dilemma.
So optimistic.
So then I went to the hospital, and I was like, hey, you guys want to help me out? They're just like, how much money do you have? And I was like, I still have 5 cents. And they're just like, okay, here, you can have a lollipop. I sold the lollipop for more than 5 cents. I came back with 10 cents, got 2 lollipops, and I repeated the system until I had enough money for full insurance. It's been 5 years.
Even the teacher's cracking up.
I'm now the head of the lollipop distribution chain. Life's pretty good. The wife's okay. We have 2 daughters with another on the way. And then I realized I still haven't had any enchiladas. And I look back wistfully upon my youth when I would do anything for enchiladas. Then I'd divorce my wife for all of her money and buy a Mexican chain restaurant and ask them to make enchiladas. And I eat it and it's nasty. It's not very good. And I'm just like, is it just the person who made the enchilada? So I go in and it's Gordon Ramsay. And I'm like, hey, this enchilada wasn't very good. And then he yells at me and I feel bad. And then I realize it's an angry rat in a chef hat. And then I realize that I'm still homeless and this is all a nightmare.
What happened to cigarette and wine?
I was like, cigarette and wine? I ate them. I ate the glass. You know how hungry I am? Oh, what is this? This is my memoir. It's still on chapter 1. Then I decided to be one of those weirdos who goes on Instagram and gets a beard and a plaid shirt and makes money off that. I forgot that I can't grow any facial hair and that I'm too fat for it. I don't think there's a market for that. And so instead of that, I decided to be one of those people who spin signs. And I go out and I'm spinning the sign. And then I realize no one knows where the store is because I'm spinning it too much. So I stand there blankly, just holding the sign towards it, like, you know, dead face. And the person who owns the store comes out, and they're just like, come on, man, shake it up. You gotta do something different. And I'm just like, but you told me that no one knew where the store was because I was shaking the sign. And then I get fired. And then I go to the woods. and I decide to be a hermit. And so I find a trash can and I put it on my back, and I crawl around from side to side, and then I realize I don't know what a hermit is. So I'm pretty sure people don't do that. I think I'm mistaking that for a crustacean. And so instead I go to the beach, and it's really sandy, and it gets in my mouth, and I'm just like, man, that's no fun. So then I start throwing sand at people, and they're just like, man, that's no fun. And then I'm like, I haven't eaten in 3 years. That's no fun. And they're just like, do you want some help? And I'm like, no, that's no fun. And then I realize it's a fever dream. I never left the box. The spaghetti's mold has evolved to a point where it's its own society. Is that even canon anymore? Does spaghetti exist? Who knows? And so I decide to make contact with the mold people, and they consider me their god. Then they realize I'm not a god, I'm a homeless guy. So they wage war on me, but all their fighter jets are really tiny, so they don't do anything. And I'm just like, I don't want to have tiny mold life blood on my hands. So I leave the cardboard box to them. And then I carjacked someone. Salsa? What about salsa?
Where does this salsa tie into this?
Enchiladas, you guys. Promised hot enchiladas with salsa.
Is that the name of the memoir?
Yeah.
See, the salsa is a metaphor. Salsa is a metaphor for the foam currently spewing from my mouth. Because I got rabies. And so, I decide that this joke has gone too far. So I decide to settle down and just get a job at Taco Bell, ironically. That's probably not even ironic. And I'm sitting at the window and somebody's just like, hey, I'd like a cheese quesadilla with 2 burritos. And I'm just like, you got it, pal. And so I go to the window and I give him his quesadilla and his 2 bean burritos, and he says, there's no chicken in this. And I say, I'm sorry! Forgive me! And then he's like, geez, dude, yeah, okay, fine. Can you just give me the chicken? And I'm just like, okay! And so I bring him and I give him the chicken, and he keeps the other quesadilla. And my manager comes over and he's just like, you don't work here. And I say, nuh-uh. He says, yeah, huh? And I punch him in the gut. And I start grabbing burritos frantically. And then I run out of the store. And then Brenda, who works in the back, tackles me. And she says mean things to me about my family and my heritage. So I'm back in the box. Seems like I end up there most of the time. I'm sitting there and I'm just like, man, what other direction can I take this not funny joke? So then NASA decides, hey, we want to get an everyman to send into space. And they find me and they're just like, yeah, this is an everyman. And so they grab me and they put me into space. And then an ant shows up on camera and the newsman thinks it's an alien. And this is an episode of The Simpsons. I fooled you all. I played you all like a tool. This is just the space part. The rest of it's just a drug trip.
That was an
episode of The Simpsons with a good space. That whole space bit was just an episode from The Simpsons. Even the alien bug part. I played you all. No,
Shame on you.
The rest of the story is real. I assure you it's all 100% real.
You didn't even get a chapter 2
I can even show you my battle scars from when I served in the war. See all these dots on my arm? Each one a tiny bullet hole.
That's rabies.
We didn't get chapter 2 yet.
I didn't get to what? Sorry.
We didn't get to chapter 2 yet.
Chapter 2. Okay.
Alright.
We're at 20
Enchiladas
minutes.
Salsa 2. The quest for more money.
No.